Hello, folks. Welcome back to Three Thought Talk.
Hey!
Before we get going, I'm gonna call this out straight away. Patrick coming in quick with the shade. Apparently I've been punctual of late. Last week on time, this week basically on time.
What does that even mean?
What you trying to say, buddy? No, we've been good. So,
He's encouraging you. That's all.
This is true. I've just thrown a poll in chat and already got a complaint from Megan about it. Why isn't maybe an option on the poll? Fine. One second.
I need that too.
Okay. Fixing and correcting. Leigh-A, how are you doing?
Good. So cat news update. Cody and Wilder are officially playing together now.
Yes!
So tackling me a little less. I've got a couple of Cody battle wounds on my face, as well as my arms are completely scratched up. All at MalkieriCon. But also, Dare I've forced them, trapped them together a little more, so they're tolerating spaces together. And Cody will just drag himself on the floor slowly closer. So, that household is a little less crazy and chaotic,
So I wasn't here last week, obviously, but Leigh-A's legs were ripped up at MalkieriCon. And I for the first couple of days I was just oh man, she must have had a really bad shaving accident. Man, her legs were just and then she said it was her cat.
Where they're bruised and these deep rashes.
They're playing their own version of Maiden's Kiss, but it was moms.
Yeah.
Trying to make us be friends. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah. Whatever game Cody was playing with me, and I was very obviously losing, and still am. But I took a picture and sent it to some friends this morning, just blood dripping down my face because Cody went just right and got my lip and my chin, and it's just
oh man,
I have to go to work today.
Wow.
Oh man.
Good thing he's fucking cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing.
So
Good thing.
Yeah. And Mel, we missed you last week talking about MalkieriCon.
Yeah.
That's because it was your 20th occasion of stabbing.
It was my stabbiversary with my real life Matt Coffin. It was pretty great. Yeah, MalkieriCon was low key our anniversary trip. So we kind of just went and had a really wonderful time with our friends. And then we had a retro anniversary where we attempted to order food from the restaurant that we would go to all the time when we were like really newly together, but that turned into a whole ordeal, which was like, I mean, it was funny, but at the same time, I was like really glad that we had that trip this past weekend because today was kind of a bust. But it was good. I mean, we just hung out together and, you know, just chilled and like looked through the wedding album and stuff with the kids, and yeah, it was sweet.
Oh, that is fun. The wedding photo of two of you and we showed it last week of you stabbing, like.
Oh, you did?
Of course we did. It was part of the Daily Veil.
Oh wow, okay.
Official news for the Wheel
yeah. Yeah. I want to say that I planned that, but it was literally 20 years ago, and I did not plan that.
We'll give it just, we believe it was totally planned.
Look, I sent it off to casting at Amazon. So that, you know, they could see that you have been living and breathing Melindhra your entire life, so that, you know, when they cast Melindhra, you know, they need to just give you a call.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What's your cut? Just curious. From your your agent fee, because you can have it. Whatever your cut is, you can have it.
My cut is you take me with you all the time.
Oh, okay.
You know, you just you give me all the insider knowledge. You know. So,
love it. I love it. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I agree. So, what? That just made me laugh. Like, what's my cut? It's like, damn, I'm a bad agent. I didn't even think about that.
Or are you a good agent that you're like, no, we'll figure it out. We'll just get you the job first and work on the details later.
Yeah, that's fair. It's been a fun week, so it's good to have you back. Bain&Chiad is taking a night. Her little stabby union he's had some ups and downs, bless him. So she's being a good cat mom and snuggling the shit out of him and taking a night to, you know, just to be a good mom. So, you know,
I think she's presently trapped under him because he's cuddling on her lap. And as you all with pets know, you are not allowed to move.
Exactly, that was it. She wasn't allowed to get up. So, yeah, like Kevin, she's patrolling the chat, folks. And if you get rowdy, she will exercise those powers. All right, shall we kick it off? It's been a busy-ish week, so shall we throw in some Daily Veil and talk about what's been happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, let's do it.
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the Wheel of Time has news, and we shall dance the spheres with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
So, welcome to the Daily Veil, folks. I'm going to kick it off and be a little selfish and announce some MalkieriCon news first. If you
Yay! Do it!
Do it, folks. Yeah, today we announced that music's a little loud. We turn it down just a smidge.
It is a little loud.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, announced today. I am so fucking excited. Like, I can't contain myself. I'm sitting on this. We got the okay for this like 2 weeks ago, and then I was just negotiating all the details and. I was hoping to announce today, and then reasons happened. It was like, it's going to be Monday, and then magic happened. They were like, no, you can go on Thursday, fine. It's still okay. And I was like, yes, amazing. So what?
So say it.
What are you announcing?
Guy Roberts is going to be at MalkieriCon
in 2024. Yes! Ramen Rattle from MalkieriCon. What a get!
I know, right?
My God.
Yep. Tickets are available, folks, so you can go out and get those right now. A whole slew of you have gone and done that already. So many of you. Leigh-A is one of them. Yes.
Good job, Leigh-A.
Although I will say it took me a while because I was freaking out about the Guy Roberts stuff. I was like, oh shit, tickets are out. Like, I can get these now.
Ashikova said the same thing. She was so excited about the Guy Roberts post that she didn't actually see the tickets were available.
But you're not alone. I'm sure there were several of us that were like, ah, and then an hour later, like, oh fuck, okay, I can go do this thing.
That's awesome. Yeah. I bet that's so cool. I think, are you like, does this make MalkieriCon the first of the Wheel of Time conventions that had a show person as a guest? Is that what, does that make this that?
We are the first person to announce that we're having one of the actors from the show at our convention, yes.
That's cool.
Hopefully we're not the last. I would love them to be able to go to all the conventions.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. That would be really cool. I briefly caught a little bit of Nablus last night on the Dusty Wheel, and he implied that WatCon was going to have a really big announcement too. So I'm wondering if they also are going to have a cool guest of honor guest.
I mean,
that would be super cool.
I might help with WatCon a little. I might know some things. I don't know.
Why do I even like try and act like I learned things before Rob? Like, it's just stupid. I'm the worst scout ever.
No, you are not at all. You are not at all. Look, we were at OGearCon last year. None of us saw the floor sign for Ogier Street. All right. Admittedly,
True.
We were a smidge overwhelmed by the stealing of a road sign, but you spotted that with your crafty eyes. So
I don't think I was the one to spot it first. Somebody else spotted it first. I just got up close and personal with it. Would have licked it.
Fair. I love this. Meg is asking, did you go to every con, Leigh-A? She did not. She was supposed to make it to the first MalkieriCon and procrastinated.
Well, but this year I did go to every formal gathering. I did JordanCon, WatCon, MalkieriCon, The Gathering Madness, OGearCon, and there were a couple of other just like informal get-togethers that I did also go to.
But did you go to like the one that they do, the North Harbor podcast one? What do they call that one?
I didn't hear about that.
I think it's called TowerCon.
Oh yeah,
I did not go to that, so I did not go to all of them then.
Yeah, so that's still out there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Bain&Chiad. Just upcycling, cleaning the trash.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, we were having this conversation because it felt like last year was Bain&Chiad's year to like go to all the things, and this year it's your year, Leigh-A. Like you're like the globetrotter for sure.
Well, I got my passport, so that became
that will help.
Also, get your passports, people. If you want to go to MalkieriCon, do not do what I did and delayed because it's just stupid.
Yeah, this is
it's a whole process. Yes.
Yeah. The like I said, folks, the tickets are available now. I'm going to throw the link into chat. The link is in the description to the episode, and it's posted in a few places, so you can go and grab your tickets if you haven't. There are digital tickets for those that be like, I definitely know that I can't fly across to Prague. I understand some people it's a work thing. Like, for example, teachers can't make it in September. It is expensive to fly from a lot of countries to Europe. I totally understand that. Flying the other direction a lot, I totally get that. But there are digital tickets available, and just if you can, that's great. We'll all be there. We're having a great time. So we got some very cool things in the works. Very, very cool things. And I hope there will be more guests to be announced. But that's a longer process for those ones. So fingers crossed.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wouldn't want Guy to get lonely. Right? Like, what would he do if he was there only with you?
I believe you put it in chat that where was it? Also, I love the fact apparently Kevin held off on a theory thread that the Guy would be the guest here. So I love that. But Mel, you put it in chat. Like if it was just me and Guy, then we would just have to do one of those biker bear crawls to Prague. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be.
I feel like that's something you guys do on a regular basis because you just pop down to Prague on occasion. So
Yeah.
Go Brothers asking Mel if you're gonna make it.
I really want to. And unfortunately, that's all I can commit to right now, is really wanting to. And, you know, if I were solely in charge of my upcoming next 3 years of my life, I would absolutely 100% commit. But I think I'm going to have to wait till like January or February to find out if I can turn that really want to into really gonna.
That's fair. Patrick is you're on fire tonight, buddy. Charleston Legend is they imprint street names in concrete now because otherwise foreign types steal the signs.
You guys should have heard Maria ranting about Charleston's government. It was pretty fantastic. She had lots of things to say.
I didn't actually think to ask this. Does she know I've got the sign?
Yes. I gave it to you in front of her last at JordanCon.
Yeah.
And of course you did. Yes, I remember. Yeah, there we go. Right.
And she was just like, of course. And she knew that you had the sign. She was like, yeah, Rob has it. Like, I know where it is.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, folks, another thing announced yesterday. We're getting all the fun out straight away. If you remember, coming up it's like 2 weeks away now. Jesus Christ. What a Holiday 2023 is happening on December 2nd to December 3rd. We're kicking off at 7:30 Eastern. All the shows start at 8 o'clock Eastern. People are asking me in chat for WhatCon dates. Sorry, WhatCon dates will be announced on soon. Not my announcement. Not my announcement giveaway. I know
on some soon time. Yeah,
they will. Yeah, you will know them soon enough. But yeah, What a Holiday is coming up in a couple of weeks, folks. So please make sure to come and join us for that because it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got some awesome things lined up. Kev and I are going to be creating skits for you. Yes. Kevin, I got inspired.
I love skits.
Yes. I got inspired by the Hamad acting thing that he's doing in London that a few of us are trying to go to. And Bain&Chiad was very kind and gave me a personal boost about my skit quality because I was like, I'm not an actor, but I might go. And then that occurred to me, Kev, we should create skits for What a Holiday. So that's one of the examples of things we're going to be doing. But as part of that, folks, you can go and buy the first official Snack Waters of Time calendar. A whole bunch of people have gone and recreated some of the pictures you see here that Taylor was posting around. Some of those people involved would obviously be myself. Brian the Gleeman has done them. But my two glorious co-stars with me tonight also created poses to go in the calendar. So you will be able to purchase. You can go now to my website and purchase the calendar. They will be then sent out in bulk early December, so everyone has them for 2024. And I have it on good authority that in a certain Chaos Central area, there will also be a calendar of time hanging for a group of people.
Oh my gosh, that's so good!
Yeah. So, folks, I'm going to throw that one in chat as well. But the really, really incredible thing about this is Taylor Napier, who obviously we've kind of recreated all these poses from his Instagram accounts. He has agreed to sign a special copy of the calendar that we will be auctioning off at What a Holiday. And for every £1,000 we get through on our target of raising, we will reveal one of the other 10 months that we've set up, because we only revealed mine and Brian's last night, so we haven't revealed any of the others. So they will get revealed at What a Holiday. Every time we hit that £1,000 marker, we would be like, here's another month for you to enjoy. So we're going to have some
very
fun.
Clever. Very clever.
What is going on here? Let's get a couple of GTs and Rob. No.
Do you have the pictures? Can we see them? The ones.
Do you know what? I think I do. Because I sent
I
them.
didn't watch last night because I went to bed early.
I was busy with Kid Rand doing something cool.
You were
I
doing
didn't get to
something
see.
cool.
Yeah.
You told me. Yeah, very, very cool. That was very exciting stuff. 1 second. I need to find. Let me save that. While we're doing that, Leigh-A, why don't you tell us about Bookiversary that has happened this week?
So there were 2 things that happened announced this week. One, Tor has been posting Bookiversary, so we had 2 last week, and this week on November 15th, 1990, we had The Great Hunt released for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and last week was Origins and Winter's Heart, so it seems like November is the month that a lot of Wheel of Time books were released.
Having just put them on a calendar, I can attest that there were, not only was the 15th of the month a very popular day for books of Wheel of Time to be released, but there was like 3 or 4 released in a month, obviously not all in the same year, but in different years. I feel like November or October or something like that was one of the months where like it came out that month. So yeah, very,
Interesting.
very
I think maybe they synced it on purpose, maybe. But also yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, also yesterday, the first issue of The Great Hunt comic book was released.
Look at that. It's like we just scheduled that.
It's like we scheduled it. Yeah, and Doyne immediately went looking for one and had to end up ordering it from the comic book store at a different part of town because the comic book store near us hadn't ordered any copies. And I was like, do they not know?
They have toe.
Do they not know what they are doing? Like, what I have not created in this community? People should be in the store demanding this book. But, yeah, we're really excited to get that copy. Maybe tomorrow we'll get it because it has to come over from some other part of town. But yeah.
I look forward to it. I won one of the Eye of the Worlds graphic novels. Bain&Chiad has it for me. So I look forward to being able to grab that from her at some point. Yeah, they look so cool, the graphic novels. So I'm glad they're doing more of them. They,
yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get a 5-star review from my 8-year-old. So
nice. That's a pretty solid review there.
Yeah.
Speaking of reviews, Mel, you haven't seen this, have you? We have a singing thing.
Oh, no?
Yes. So the UK West End is bringing, let me say, Hadestown. Hadestown. Thank you. Hadestown. They're bringing that to the UK circuit.
Okay.
And performing in that is one Donal Finn. So,
when?
A bunch of us, I believe it starts in February and it runs at least through until July. I know this because Kathy from Dragon Mountain's already got tickets for when she happens to be in London in July. And I knew that ran through to June because they had closed caption or subtitled and sign languaged performances on set dates in April and June. So I know it ran through June and then Kathy brought tickets for July. So I know it's running from that and it says it starts in February. So good amount of time that's running for.
Okay.
Yeah, he is in that. He is playing Fudge. He's just put it in chat. It's right. Orpheus. He's playing Orpheus.
That's so cool.
Yeah, posted today by Theatre Fan, an account on Twitter. It's a first look at the announced West End cast of Hadestown performing the iconic "Wait for Me" press event. It's a 3-minute. Is
Donal singing?
And Donal sings.
I already taught him to sing. Man, I'm not even on the show yet.
So I'm thinking we play this and we listen to 3 minutes and 42 seconds of just this anyway. Have some fun.
Okay.
Shall we do that?
Yep.
What's my arm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to pause the music. I haven't actually listened to this either. I listened to like 10 seconds to hear his voice and I was like, I'll get back to it. And I was like, no, actually, I'm going to watch it on the show tonight. So it's here, folks. Yeah. Let's just have some fun. Listen to this. There he is. Let's make sure we get sound. Tell me if you can hear this when I press play.
Yes, we can hear it.
Okay.
Look, he's so cute.
He also got top billing on that. Like he was the first face that flashed up.
Yes.
You have to take a long way down through the underground, under cover of night, laying low, staying out of sight. Ain't no compass, brother. Ain't no map, just a telephone wire and a railroad track. Keep on walking and don't look back till you get to the bottom line.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to.
River Styx is far apart.
Wow.
Holy cow!
Dogs howling round the gate. Those dogs will lead up and dead. If you want the bones, if you want the bread, but all you got is your own two legs. Just be glad you got them.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to. Who are you?
Where do you think you're going?
Who are you? Why are you alone? Who are you to think that you can walk the road that no one ever walked before?
You're on the line, you're on the run. Don't give your name, you don't have one. I don't look no one in the eye. That's all they're trying to suck you right. They suck your brains, they suck your brains. They're good, they're all right on your chest. They're trying to make you suck your brains. I stop your mouth and fire.
I'm coming, wait for me. I hear the walls repeating. Somebody's on my feet and it sounds like drumming. And I am not alone. I hear the rocks and stones echoing my song. I'm coming.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, Mel.
I was just writing in chat while Mel composes herself. He clearly knows that entire song by heart because he did not once look at the pages. Everyone else is like looking down and singing. He is, apart from the woman to his right, he is just fully belting that out there. That was wow. And I think Grace put it in chat as well. Like, what the fuck?
So he was singing to me, right? It was like clearly like,
Obviously.
Mel, wait for me. I'm coming to the threefold land. Wait for me. I'm coming to you, right?
That's very
That's-
obviously what he was saying.
Like he was too. Wow.
That's what the whole play's about, didn't you know?
I mean, Hades Town is kind of implied, right? Like, must be pretty hot there.
Yeah.
Low key, that's the name of my hold. That's the Jumiceps hold's name.
Oh,
He's coming.
Oh my god!
Wow, I did not. I was ill prepared for that to come out of his mouth. I was not. Wow.
Fudgy's seen it at the Kennedy Center, and Astral Theatre says it's a must see. Yeah, and Pavara says she sobbed all the way through the second act. Orpheus is demanding role, so yeah.
Well, I demand he come do it in my house.
Well, in all seriousness, I might just have to go see it a few times. Because
when are you going? And you're not just like keeping this with your little UK posse, and you're inviting the rest of us too, right?
I mean, obviously you're all welcome.
Which means you will have to actually tell us when you're going. Like before, like the week before. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go with all my famous friends and go see Donal Finn, and then we're gonna hang out with him afterwards.
Well, I'm just gonna I just need to know when Guy is next in London, and then
Oh yeah.
Tickets, so,
Obviously, you gotta wait because he's gotta go. He's gotta support his host, and you've got
of course, yeah.
And that, and yeah.
Go, brother. What did he even need the bloody horn for?
He's louder than the horn.
That's it. Seriously. I've just had an idea of something. I'm going to make it after the show. That was so much fun. All right, folks, it's time to say goodbye to Twitter. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to remember. It's
wow. I'm really impressed with you.
You're saying goodbye to Twitter.
My brain is broken.
Therapy is clearly working. So goodbye, Twitter. I think I've already said I already hit goodbye. I already said go before I said goodbye, so I was real just efficient there. But goodbye, Twitter. Yeah, that's amazing. I will keep you updated, folks, on the play stuff. So, definitely gonna try and go and see that a couple of times. Becky and I were talking about it. Kathy's here in July. There's folks that want to come over from other countries, like Roger and Uno. So we need to fit that around their schedules as well. So I will probably go for a few trips, to be honest, because why not? Apparently, I have so many gold stars tonight. Oh, look at me! Right. So we did stabbing a few weeks ago, didn't we, ladies?
We did.
Yeah.
We had some stabs we did not put in because they're bad. Bad stabs.
Bad stabs. Naughty stabs.
Sorry?
A cleanser? Is that what you're asking for?
Yes.
Oh, I've still got Daily Bell playing, don't I? Oh, yeah.
I feel like we need because this is going to be quite a mental shift.
Yeah, this is quite a mental shift. So there's
we just listened to Donal Finn serenade me specifically.
We did.
Change the music, and there's a butt rock to soothe you folks. We'll even get the sound on.
Butt rock.
There we go. Feel soothed. I love this. Roger's like, imagine the theater is totally booked out by Twitter timers. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yep.
So amazing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna book a solo too. I'm gonna book the whole theater, so it's just me. I can just sing.
I like that.
Such a
That works.
Straight to me.
Yeah. Okay. Now I need to.
I'm sorry. I still don't have a brain.
Oh, yeah?
It's still broken. Wow. Okay. What are we doing?
We're doing some bad stabs. So I'm just going to go through the list as we've got them listed. We've got 10 stabs. And we're going to go through. I'm going to be chopping and changing from episodes here. So I might actually, let me just do like all the same episode ones at once to make that a little easier. And we're going to give them rankings. I don't need the sound on that. There. Right. So we're going to kick it off, folks. What is this 10-minute mark I want for this one? No, why is it doing that? I don't want. Oh, that's why. I'm playing a trailer. I didn't want to play a trailer. I want to play an episode. Give me an episode.
Yeah. So if you remember, I'm going to try and be lucid for a hot minute. If you remember when we ranked stabs previously, we ranked stabs on our patented stabometer stabby scale.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very consistent and scientifically established.
Super consistent.
Correct. And Bain&Chiad already put her rankings in for these stabs.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask how, are we ranking them as 10 10 is the worst, but clearly from Bain&Chiad's rankings, 1 is still the worst. So this is a race to the bottom for the worst stabs in season 2.
Yeah, agreed. So I just need to switch that to that. There, done. Okay, so first one on the list we need to talk about, folks. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through them by episodes, and then we will each rank them, and we'll go from there. We try not to take too much time in this. Let's try and limit ourselves to like the next 25 minutes, because then we can talk about Prague stuff, which is obviously the title of the episode. So we want to make sure we do that as well. The first one we need to rank is this. This is the door stab, the door draw. Now I'll give you Bain&Chiad's. So Bain&Chiad gave this a 2. A stab through the head with a nail is cool, but we didn't get to see the actual stabbing. So she gives it a 2.
I mean, we saw a really gentle, like, stab mouth, like, caress. With his, he just tipped it into that Fade's mouth with his sword that ink darted.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
Was he just making noises?
I thought someone else was going to talk, so I was just like, okay, I'll wait.
She said, "Go ahead, to you."
All right. I don't know. I kind of agree. We don't get to see the stabbing here, and we don't get to. Yeah, it's the caress. I don't think the caress counts. There's no actual like stabbing there. You know, it's more like a little look in. So yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta do the math. I forgot that was one of my jobs.
No, I'm working out. Don't worry. I've got the sheet doing it.
I know, but I like to do it to make sure that the Excel does it correctly.
That's also why I was a bit distant there for a second, because I was putting formula into Excel. I was for once using the sexy spreadsheet, folks. Okay, so.
So proud of you.
Yeah, and now they're pointing out in chat that there was a severe lack of.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well, and I think I very much agree that it's disappointing that we don't get to see it on screen, and I think there's a lot of theater of the mind that goes on here. So that's why I'm giving it the high rank of 3.
Okay.
Just because I can only imagine just the chaos and brutality that would have existed in order to get the Myrtle up on the door. Mm-hmm. But I'm very disappointed that I don't get to see it, that it's still only in my mind.
Yeah. Mel, do you have a number?
I was actually, I don't know. I was going to give it a 4 because even though we didn't see it, I still think it's a really freaking cool stab. And it's like a multi-stab. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to hang something on the wall without measuring, which clearly this wasn't. But it's pretty nicely centered and framed in the doorway. You know, it's a really well hung fade. So I've got to give it some credit for the artistic outlay, even if we didn't get to see the initial piercing. Yeah. So I'm giving it a 4.
You're giving it a 4? Okay, I gave it a 3. Because it does require, there's like although we don't see it, there is a double stabbing, and there's a lot of blood splatter. So it was, it wasn't done post-mortem, which is appreciated.
Yeah, and I agree with Bain&Chiad. He's like high up there. So either they had to like do like the stand on each other's shoulders thing, or they had like Ogier with them to help. Yeah. I mean, or someone had to like throw it up there. All like incredibly skillful stabs required in order to make that visual picture.
Very, very true. Okay, so we have now ranked that. Collectively, the average is out to be a rank of 3.
Thanks, Leigh-A.
Wait, it's 1, 2, 2 3s, and 1 4, right?
It's a 3, a 2, a 4, and a 3.
Yes, or 2.
She's trying to do math now.
No, I don't. My calculator. Hold on. 2.
Right, so we're moving on
The
to
stab sheet calculates it for us.
You know
Yes,
what? I didn't ask the stab sheet to do that.
Let's
All
move on.
let's move on, folks. I just need to find the appropriate moment to pause this because you don't want to actually see this. It is.
Did I actually say well hung fade? Is that something I said out
I
loud?
feel like that is something you did say. Yeah.
I don't even remember saying that, but I'm impressed with my
Well,
past self from
imagine-
5 minutes ago.
Imagine Fane asking the other doctor, higher bits to the left. How's this? You
Yeah.
know, like-
Right? It's difficult. It had to be a group effort.
It definitely had to be a group effort. This is true. So, oh no, I paused it a moment too late. Come on, I'm trying to pause this at the right moment, not a bad moment. So,
Oh God! I know what you're doing to us. Urgh.
yeah, no, I've done a good moment here. Okay, so this is the second one we need to rank.
Mm.
Yeah, this is Uno's face stabbed by the Shanshan. For now, we're going to kick it off with Bain&Chiad. No one did the actual stabbing. It did not require skill. It took 2 guys to stab 1 guy, and it was done for evil reasons to make others submit, and thus earns no G. And she has ranked this as 1. And I'm going to go straight in there and just fully agree and be like, yeah, 1. So, Mel?
I disagree that no one did the actual stabbing because it was like a kick. There was a kick into a stab, so it was like a well-aimed kick to create the stab, and it was well timed because I can't even fuck this. I can't even fake this. It's a 1. Fuck this stupid stab. I give up. I'm not even. I was trying to like. No, it's a 1. It's the worst stab ever.
Leigh-A?
Appreciating what Mel was trying to do, and I was trying to do something similar, so I'm glad she did it, so I don't have to. But yeah, it's
1.
bad.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. It's a 1. Okay, fine. It's a 1. Looking at the next, there is. Oh, okay, right.
So it's a universal one. That was a unanimous one.
That was a unanimous one. Yeah, all around. Is this episode 3? Oh yeah, right here it is. Wait, yeah. I need to get the right moment in this. Again, trying to find the right moment. So the third one. Sorry. Oh, is it still on screen?
You showed it to us, but it's okay.
Because I keep switching screens. Right. That's not what. 1 second. I'll find it. Oh no, it's there. Okay, it is there.
What are you trying?
I forgot I hadn't taken off screen. Okay, so this is the next one. This is so good because I didn't get stills for any of this, so this is why I'm rushing around, folks. This is a Trolloc stabbing Lan through the sword, through the chest with a sword. Sorry. Bain&Chiad rates this as a 5. It was a good stab, but it wasn't real, and it would never happen in real life because Lan would slay. So Grace gave it a 5. Mel.
I'm sorry, I'm just very distracted by Kevin talking about Donal laying the pipe. I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
Lan.
This Lan is on screen. I care about Lan.
Yes, Lan has been stabbed by a different kind of pipe.
And we don't like this stab because he got stabbed again. And it's kind of overdoing the Lan getting stabbed. Bullshit. The fake out Lan deaths are
Maybe Lan
just... Maybe he likes getting stabbed? That's true. And but I feel like there were too many fake out Lan deaths this whole season. And this was the worst offender because it was a fake out Lan death that we knew was a fake out Lan death, and yet we still had to watch it. Like, why so much? Anyway. Also, he sucked. So, I'm gonna give it a 2.
Giving it a 2. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Giving it a 2. Leigh-A?
So I'm going to give it a 3.5, because I do agree that even if Lan had settled into Two Rivers life, he still would have practiced. So I don't think it's practical that he would have died so easily. That being said, I do think the stab itself was decent and effective. So just because I disbelieve, even though like we'll suspend the fact that it's all in a ter'angreal and it's like a completely fake world that doesn't really exist. So spending that, like it was itself a decent stab, which is only why I'm giving it so much. Again,
Right.
I just don't think that Lan would ever let his guard down enough that he would chill, especially knowing like in the scene earlier, they would have heard all the bad news coming in from the world. And so Lan's going to know that he's going to need to defend his family at some point.
Yeah, but it's implying that he's like out of practice.
Exactly. That's why.
Which is so dumb.
Yeah, that he would not do that. So
He would not. He would never.
Like, especially here, knowing all the news of what's going in the world, it's more reason for him not to get out of practice.
He would never. Especially because he respects Nynaeve enough to know that.
Motherfucker caught a bow from midair and then stabbed 3 people with it. So,
Yeah. Or an arrow.
whatever.
I gave it a 6. Because it was a very impressive stab from the Trolloc. So I was inclined to say the Trolloc was a highly skilled Trolloc. And it was...
Okay, so from the perspective of the Trolloc, I don't know. At that point, Lan was like skill level villager. I don't really feel like the Trolloc really had much to prove at that point.
Yeah, well, okay, but...
Brute strength. Like, they're mindless beasts for the most part.
It was a good quality stab. It went right through the heart, right through the center of the chest. Like, being objective, it was a solid, like, the amount of effort, yeah, it's impressive. So I gave it a 6. Done. Next one, folks. This is also from episode 3. This
was our average?
is the average. We got 4.125, so a 4. A low 4. Next one is this, where Nynaeve gets stabbed by the attackers in Dream. Bain&Chiad gave this a 3 out of 10 because, and I'm quoting, it was just the tip. So.
She's so funny. Man. I do appreciate the control that the stab attacker had with this stab. Because he was fighting off a really wiggly, assuming child, and children move very quick and very chaotically, right? Mm-hmm. And he was able to aim that stab directly where he was trying to get to. So I kind of like want to give him points for like partial execution at an extremely high difficulty level for still actually causing minor penetration.
I mean, if it's just the tip on the stab, does it count?
Yeah.
Pierces.
Okay.
Yeah,
it pierces. So I'm going to give this a 4.
I'm going to give this a 4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Freaking Shido. If I could give it a 0, I would, because who the fuck attacks unarmed civilians, let alone a child, and attempts to stab them? They have so much toe, 0G. This is an honorless attack, and he can't even stab a fucking child. So, like, again, if I could go less than 1, I would, but I can't. So I'm not, and it's a 1.
Okay. So that gives it a 1, and it ends up in the high 2 ranking segment. Okay. Fair enough.
High 2.
Yeah. Right. We're going to head over to episode 6. So hold fire while I change episodes for a moment now, folks. And we.
Hey, did you guys see Donal Finn singing earlier? He was singing. Did you see him?
I might have heard he sung something at some point somewhere. I feel like I heard something.
He asked me to wait for him. Did you guys hear him say that? He did. That was really good.
He asked you to wait, did he? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you still a little like distracted?
A little bit. A lot.
You are like super
She's
excited.
like She's looking.
I am. Yeah. That was good. That was good stuff.
Yeah. Fair. All right. So this is the next bad stab. And here it is, folks. It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now I'll go with. Let me give you Bain&Chiad first. So this is Basan. Am I saying that right? Basan.
Mhm.
High school sword stab by Shanchan is what she titled it. A creative and highly effective stab. I only hate it because it's Basan, and how dare they? And she gave it a 6.
Yeah, I kind of agree with her. It's really like that ice thing is so gross and cool. I am also very impressed with it. And to a warder who was not, who had clearly been keeping up with his exercises while he was undercover, as opposed to other people in other scenes. I also was thinking 6, so I'm gonna agree.
Okay.
For all the same reasons. The only reason I don't give it a 10 is because I just dislike that it happens. So I'm giving it an 8.
8. Oh, okay, right.
It is a phenomenal stab. I just don't like that it happens.
Yeah.
I'm giving you. Yeah, I think it's a phenomenal stab. It's at the perfect moment for the Shanchan. It's done with very impressive. It could have just been a single blade, but it's spiked and stuff. I'm giving it a 7. So we end up on a high 6 there, 6.75, folks. That's where that finished up.
Sorry, you lose worse stabs. My bad. So sad.
Yeah. So that's that one. Now we need to go over to episode 8. All the remaining bad stabs from episode 8. So
Okay, bracing myself.
give me a second while we find those. We kick it off with right. So 24 is where I want to go. A little bit later, 25. Sorry. Okay. So the first one we have here is. 1 second, change screens, bring it on. Yeah. Turak's voice with the self-stab. Bain&Chiad says points for enthusiasm and stab execution. However, it is the stupidest place, not effective for dying purposes.
See, I kind of have a different take because I think it would be incredibly difficult to kill yourself with a blade that's only half an inch long. So, like, his ability to precisely place that blade in a place that will do maximum KO is actually pretty impressive.
Right. Okay.
That's not it. That is not it.
Yeah, that is definitely not it.
The blade is short. It's not half an inch. It's like, it's a short.
I was being hyperbolic, but it was very short, and yet
also you would want to angle it up and get up and perforate the diaphragm. He's going straight in, and that's not even where any, like, you might hit maybe the liver right there.
You'd be lucky to hit the liver.
Leigh-A, you don't know what Sojin anatomy actually is.
Yeah,
so let's not make assumptions about particular people's human-like features and that, that could be his knees. You don't know.
Oh my
Whatever.
God.
Anyways, like, also just bad on Shanchan for keeping slaves and brainwashing them to think that they need to kill themselves if their masters die. So, like, the Shanchan have toe. This guy has toe 1. Also, bad placement regardless of Shanchan anatomy.
All right. And Mel?
I'm giving it a 5 for death causing skills.
Okay. I gave it a 2 because I kind of agree with Bain&Chiad. It's a really ineffective stabbing location. but I don't know whether it was enthusiasm or just dumb loyalty. So yeah, a 2 is what I gave it. That's where I ended up. Yeah. Okay. Next up.
What was that ranking?
A 2.75. So next up, let me find it. We have Kev. Are you in chat? Are you ready for this? Are you ready to see your girl get hurt? Because it's going to go down in a second.
Kev, turn away. Turn away.
Kev, turn away. 1 second. Let me see if I get. No, that's terrible. Pausing is not effective right here. Oh, that'll do. That's good enough. That's close enough. We don't put her face in and then you can't quite see what's happening. It's fine. But this, folks, is the next stab on the list. This is Elaine's getting stabbed by an arrow in the leg from the Shonchan. Grace gave this a 2. Dumb, huge arrow with dumb fletching for a dumb scene. Also, Livingston said it's the wrong arrow for the bow it was shot from. So she gave it a 2.
Yeah, who am I to disagree with the distinguished professor? Because he ranted about that arrow in... Yeah, he was almost like spitting. He could not articulate how dumb that arrow was.
Very upset about it. Yeah. Very, very upset about the arrow. So I'm going to go with the distinguished professor and also give this a 1.
Yeah. Okay. So you're giving it a 1. Mel, did you give it a 1?
I don't think it's quite as bad as other ones that I ranked at 1, which is the 1.
You're right.
I'm giving it a 2.
Not quite as bad, so I'll give it a 2.
Okay. Give it a 2. I'm also giving it a 2, so that's a universal 2 there.
Explain your 2.
Explain my 2. I agree. It is, you can't argue with Michael. It's not as bad as the Uno stab. And then, yeah, I hadn't thought about the arrow thing. In terms of the type of arrow that it was shot from, and the type of bow it was shot from, and the arrow that was used. But yeah, it was just, yeah. And
for like the stabbing purposes, yeah, cool, it went through her leg, whatever. But then like there was the continual stuff that goes on afterwards with Nynaeve, and like the whole concept, all the stuff leading after this is just like really.
Yeah, we'll go 2s around.
Shansune asked, is an arrow shot really considered a stab? And we have established on Threefold Talk that arrows are themselves miniature spears. So actions done by arrows are therefore stabs.
You need piercing damage. So if you're going by D&D rules, it would be piercing damage is what we're looking for.
I'm going by Threefold Talk rules. And we said it, so therefore, we're going to stick with it for today. Because that's kind of how we do it.
After today, we're kind of done with the stabbing parts.
I don't want to be done with stabbing.
No, never be done with stabbing.
And make it slashing.
I like stabbing.
I know, stabbing's the best, but there's other types of fun.
Wait for me. Stabbing you.
All right, the next one is this scene where Matt accidentally stabs Rand with the Ashendarai. Bain&Chiad says here 7. Poor outcome, but excellent execution and pure intent, and the weapon creates stab wounds with teeth. I actually agree with that a lot. It was extremely effective stabbing. Had that not been a fake Ishii stood there, would have got him, if you look at it, pretty dead center lower back. That is absolutely going to take out the spine. With a freshly created weapon that, he's not used for years on end to throw it that effectively, I want to give this like an 8. I'm going to give this an 8 for those reasons.
I wonder if Matt would have had any experience with like spears or thrown weapons like that.
Absolutely, because he had just experienced remembering that he was a hero of the Horn. True. So this is post memories flooding his head that he is one of the most storied fighters of living legend.
Two Rivers,
Right.
you're absolutely right. Yeah.
First on-screen Matt Rand penetration. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Mel, give us a number. Otherwise, we're going to start running behind.
All right. I want to give it an 8, actually,
Okay.
because a thrown stab with a very big arrow, a thrown spear stab, much like the 8s or 9s that we gave Avienda's stab earlier in the scene, which we rated as a good stab. But this, I still feel like, as stabs go.
Fair enough. And Leigh-A?
8.5, because he would have, if it wasn't a construct, would have hit Ishi, and that would have, no, for Forsaken, it wouldn't have been a mortal wound, but if he was, mortal, that would have probably been a killing blow.
Right.
Just
Fair enough.
unfortunate that it stabbed Rand instead. So
Yeah.
But yeah, great execution.
Yeah. Okay, nice. 1 second while I get the next one up. It's just, and 1 moment. Gotta wait for the pause. Beautiful moment for the pause there. Okay, well, not beautiful moment to get the stab, but not actually what you see. This is the second to last one, folks. This is the double sword stab of Ingtar. 2 Seanchan soldiers double stabbing Ingtar with their swords. Grace gave it a 4. Swords, meh, and overly dramatic, but effective.
Yeah, minus points for swords.
Right.
Minus
No,
sword points.
Minus sword points.
Yeah, and there's two swords, so you get -2 points. Where I normally would give this a 6, so therefore it's a 4.
Okay. I am also going to agree with the 4. I like the 4 there. I think your reasoning. I would probably give this a 5, but then a minus point for it being 2 guys in swords. So yeah. And Leigh-A?
So I'm going to be completely contrary to everybody else. For the same reason
Shocked.
the last time we did the stab rankings when we were talking about the Bain&Chiad, Avienda coordinated attack, it's very obvious that they have trained together and that they are very well versed in this type of takedown and coordinated attack that will completely take out an adversary. So I'm going to give it a 9. Because again, it's
9.
Dang.
I don't like the plot line indications that came out of this, but that's completely on this one. I feel like that's completely independent of the stab effectiveness. So Ingtar is a very effective warrior, and the fact that they were able to take him out and in close quarters and then do this dual stab, I felt like they're well trained and it was well executed.
Okay.
I still don't like it, but
I was laughing at Shanson. I can't say Chansonet's comment. One man could hold 50 here, and then
Moments later.
Exactly. It's they could if they're not trained, but then you get obviously there was a lot of training involved in this. So it was quite effective. Again,
all right.
Love Ingtar, but it makes me sad.
That's fair.
Not quite.
This is our last one on the bad stabs, and this is obviously
how did this get on the bad stab list?
Okay, now let me explain. Okay, Seanchan tries to arrow stab Moraine, land catches. Bain&Chiad gave
so
him
it's
1.
the Seanchan attempted stab.
Yeah, probably a
that
smarter
failed.
move than the ground soldiers, but the stab never connected, so it's only an attempted stab. She gave it a 1 as a result. I fully agree with that statement.
I don't know. I feel like I have to give the Seanchan soldier a little bit of credit for being solo arrow flyer on the cliff by himself, trying to take out the lady surrounded by fire. There's a lot of bravery going into that, knowing that she could just turn around, because clearly it's a Seanchan soldier, so they know the capabilities of channelers, knowing that channeler could turn around and just turn you into a pile of dust. I feel like I have to give the soldier some bravery points. So okay. I want to give it a 3.
A 3, okay. Leigh-A?
gonna give it a 2 just because at that range they're out of effective range, so they're just kind of shooting to attempt to do some sort of damage, hoping, but they're shooting into their soldiers as well. And you can see that there are soldiers that have been shot down by arrows. So like they are just going into a killing field at this point and just literally trying to hit something. So
yeah, I agree. I'm going to give it a 2 as well. So, all right, we have our stabs. Do you want me to run through the list?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Do
One
it.
sec.
Do it. Least
do it.
least worst to worst worst.
Least worst to worst. Okay, so least worst is I need 1 second. I need to put that over there.
You just
Least worst, getting a 7.875 is Matt accidentally stabbing Rand instead of Ishi. That gets a 7. Bush.
7.85, isn't that an 8?
Oh,
Leigh-A gets so mad when we round wrong.
Sorry, it's an 8. There we go. It's an 8.
Just because I can't calculate it correctly doesn't mean I can't round correctly.
Okay. Fine.
He just really wanted to play the 7.
Coming in next at 6.75 or 7 if you round effectively is Basan getting the icicle stab. I just really enjoy the slow mo of this. With the
7. There you go. You get your 7. So we get
my 7
now.
Thank you. Next up after that we have the double stab of Inktar, and that
Which
came
I really
out
threw this one off.
a 5 right there in the chest. Following that, we then have scoring 4.125 or a 4. Trolloc stabs of land through the chest. Haven't seen that one in a while. Then we have Dordril stab, which gets a solid 3 on the dot. That was kind of funny, flipping up on the door, I just imagined there. And then level off, we get Turak's voice, 2.75, also getting the 3. And Nynaeve's, Nynaeve stabbed by the attacker where it was just the tip, also gets a 3. We like making 3s here.
3, 3, 3.
3, 3, 3. Because they were 2.75 apiece. Then we have 2 2s. The first one is the Sean-Chan trying to stab Moraine and missing. Kind of like that. And also Lane being stabbed in the leg. Kind of like that, but not. And then a 1 is obviously the Uno stab. And this is the one where you just go, oh, whoopsie.
Oops.
No.
Love it.
Good fun.
Oh, I want to go back and watch that ranking episode now.
When we made those, oh my god, we spent a lot of time debating those, didn't we? Like
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy those. And as Kevin said, and now the wait for season 3 stabs.
Why'd you have to bring it down, Kevin?
That's all right, because I'm going to bring it up. So, folks, I titled this episode "A Wetlander in Prague" because a while ago, in fact, the week that season 2 dropped, I was very, very lucky. I was invited to Prague by Amazon Prime just to totally go along and kind of be a fan. Initially, they invited us and a whole bunch of us, and they said, we'd love to take to Prague and do some things. And we were like, okay, what do you want in exchange? Like, you know, the strikes are on, we don't feel comfortable doing sponsored stuff, blah, blah. And they were like, just come. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to post anything. You know, and they were like, can we wait to share it until after the strikes are done and stuff? They're like, absolutely. It was kind of like, just come be fans. So
lovely.
I said yes. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come be a fan.
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah. And very, very grateful they took us off to Prague. and I'm putting together videos of the trip, little bits and pieces of things. It was pretty crazy. I shared some of it with my co-stars, but a lot of it actually I've kept. I've got 3 hours of audio to go to, for example. You may have seen some of this on the Dusty Wheel last night. I know Nablus has talked about things. He's released a video. Crit has been sharing things, but this is my part of it, and I thought I would share meeting someone. You might have seen the thumbnail for this video. We got to go around Amazon Studios, which was a huge amount of fun. That was pretty incredible, and see a lot of things, interact on sets, and we got to meet, Sharon, the costume designer. We got to meet Thomas Napper. We got to meet Sana, who was the director for a couple episodes. We got to meet the set designers.
So cool.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. And it was some of the guys from season 1, and then some of the new people they brought in for season 2. It was just a really incredible experience. Shout out to the team that took us around. But I wanted to share a certain bit with you. We had a stunt performance with they split this. There was a bunch of people there who were there under contracts, like, people that do Instagram and TikTok and run like travel blogs and things like that. They were all there like as work, official, and blah, blah. But the 5 of us, we were there as fans, and they sent us around in one group myself, and they sent us to stunts first, which was really, really cool. Thomas Napper was there, who directed episodes 3 and 4, if I'm remembering correctly, and the head of the stunt company that's in Prague that they use. And there are a whole bunch of stunt people there, and we're in one of the little stunt sections inside the giant warehouse that is Amazon Studios. And it was just really, really cool. I was stood next to Kathy from Dragon Mount, and I was just looking at the stunt people. And I think actually, Kathy was on my right. I think Critter was on my left. And I just turned around and looked at the stunt people, and I looked across, and I suddenly realized that Magda was stood over there, an actress who plays Tigraine. And I was just like, it's great, so. And then she's like, are you sure? I was like, I am sure. I know that face.
Trust me, we've obsessed over her face so many times.
No one else has created gifs of this woman acting and fighting. So, yeah, I know. Thank you in chat for correcting me. It was episodes 1 and 2. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Luz and Kevin, who corrected me. It was episodes 1 and 2. I appreciate that. So they then decided that they were going to do some stunts for us, which was just pretty incredible. They did 3 or 4 different stunts, recorded one on my phone, which I shared with the ladies, and then the other 3 I caught on the camera that I was lucky enough to take with me to record things on. I'm going to share one of them with you. It is this I've not shown anybody. I don't know if Nave's put it up or on his or anyone else has put it up, but this is one of the originals. So like when they had the previs they released for the Matt's fight with the heroes, this was the kind of like an in-person previs, not filmed like that. This was literally, they created it for us, but this is one of the early versions of Lan and Moraine fighting the Murderers early on this season.
Cool.
So you say previs. Can you, for people who don't know, can you explain what previs is?
So a previs, there's various stages of a previs. So the stunt crew get together with, like directors and people like that to put together a fight scene. They have an idea of what they want to achieve, and between them all, they work out choreography for the events. They film that in person. Very, very basic. Sort of, they might be wearing a cloak if they're a murderer, for example. They just have the simple swords that represent the weaponry they might be using, but it's not like detailed. No one's in like major prosthetics and makeup. It's literally just filmed in a reasonably dramatic way, so you get an idea of how the camera angles would work and like this, the different ways you might need to light scenes and how the action would look on screen. Then they can take that over to producers and such, and they say, we like this bit, we want to change that bit. It's like a storyboard for an animated movie where you can change scenes and redraw things. This is just a physical version of that, because stunts you need to see in action before you can really see if they're effective. So yeah, this was one of the early previses for the fight that Lan and Moraine had with the Murderer. And you might recognize some of the stunt crew just in general, but Magna she was in all of the stunts they did, and she has a cool one in this piece as well. So I have this loaded up for you folks. We can enjoy it. I've not shared this with anybody whatsoever. I'm the only person apart from those that have seen this, as far as I know.
Okay, show it.
Here we go. There is some talking. So this is like the stunt area they had set up for us. That's the stunt crew there. Magda's behind the curtain getting changed. So apologies if the sound's not absolutely amazing. You can hear me whispering to people about stuff. So this is completely raw, folks. I'm gonna.
Is that a rock climbing wall, or is that part of the stunt set?
That's a rock climbing wall. There was part of the stunt there. So the guy on the left here, he runs the stunt crew. That's Thomas Napper on the right, and they're talking about a scene.
Stunt work, and I've done a fair amount of stunt work in the UK prior to coming to Prague. Everyone has slightly different methodologies, but there's this kind of attitude with stunts, which obviously, you can do a stunt and capture it, but there's always a slightly premium place to put the camera and to get the camera to be when that stunt happens, where you get an excellent result and not just a good one. And I think we chase that when we're working. We're always looking to get, the best possible version of the stunt, because we want to honour the rehearsal and the preparation that has gone into that moment to then deliver exactly that moment on camera. So, I love working with this guy, like, truly, because this is an amazing team. He represents a gold standard stunt team, and safety is part of that, and then also pursuing kind of excellence is then, like, that's the goal. We're trying to deliver amazing versions of what's been rehearsed and created.
Yeah. You ready?
No, they can stay until you see that.
Okay, smoke's coming in.
Ooh.
Should switch off the lights.
I mean,
No one else needs to see.
We'll wait.
It's fine.
It's okay.
You ready? Yes. 3, 2, 1. Action.
Come on, get her! Oh, what?
And cut.
Oh my god, it's so interesting to see it that way, because it's so cut in the episode that it's hard to picture.
Yeah.
But this was very clear. That was
I love just getting to see it without all of the cuts, like switching your focus and forcing you to like refocus. And oh man, that was so cool.
There's a lot of fog of war in the way that the scene.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I know, but that's one of my big pet peeves whenever there's any sort of choreography, whether it's fight choreography or dance choreography in a show, is you lose the through line if there's too many cuts, which and I've talked about this a little bit, which is why that episode 7, season 1, episode 7, like Cold Open works so well, because it doesn't have so many cuts. There's so much less switching and hopping back, for logistical reasons, because they stay with the same characters the whole time and don't have to swap between stunt doubles. But you can like really immerse yourself in like the arc of the movement that they've planned out. Ah, man, that's so cool.
Rob, had y'all seen the episodes yet, or was this like?
So this was the second day. So yeah, we had seen the episodes at this stage.
So you would have seen the scene.
Yes. So so to full disclosure, I had actually seen the episodes before I took the trip to Prague. I was one of the people that was lucky enough to get screeners, and so because I didn't want to go and not I wanted to be able to watch. I wanted to be able to record my reactions, and I knew they'd said they were doing screeners for the first couple episodes while we were there, and I just knew I wouldn't be able to go and record myself effectively, so I stayed up epically on the Sunday night because I flew on the Monday after working all day. I got like 2 hours sleep because I had to like record 3 hours of episode. Yeah, so I had seen them, and it was very cool to see. They also did the fight scene that was also recently shared, that Taylor shared today actually, between Nynaeve, Maxim, and Ivan. They recreated that scene. It was, you know, again, small differences. I'm just running through because I had another one that involved the climbing wall. And it's this one. I've just let me just play it in the background 1 second while I
trying to think like where in the
this one's good because I forget which scene it's from, but 1 second while it's downloading so I'll be able to play it. It shows Magda more. She does a lot of fighting in this one, so I just in the pre-show was trouble finding
it. Come on. 24/7 match.
Yeah. But let me just find some photos. So she was wonderful. She did, you know, once they finished doing the stunts and stuff, and they were like, you know, so we just had time to sort of mingle. Like Nablus went straight over to Thomas and started asking questions. Critter or Kathy, one of them, I can't remember who, I was in such a blur that I don't remember, went to one of the Amazon people and was like, are we allowed to talk to the stunt people? It was me and Kathy or Critter, whichever one didn't go to the Amazon people, just instantly we just like booked it straight across. I was like, better to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm going to talk to her right now. I don't know when I'll have this chance again. So
that's so cool.
We booked it over and talked to her straight away. Okay, the video should just be loading up. Here we go, folks. So this is a lot more Magda. I apologize about the bad camera work. This was not something I expected, so I wasn't fully ready for it. And I was using a camera that I'd never filmed video on before, so I was like still tinkering with some stuff. So I
don't even. No, this is awesome.
Also, like the variations of light that we can do.
Again, I think I need to just skip forward slightly.
Yeah. Ah, there she is!
She's got a crossbow.
Yep. So this involves the.
Okay, 3, 2, 1,
action.
I know, right? That was. I don't even know what. I have no idea what scene that's from. But yeah, I will say it again. I don't even know what scene that's from. I can't remember in the moment. I can't remember now. But I don't remember seeing this. But it's so freaking cool.
We can show you like the variations of light that we can do.
Why did you know what scene this is? Let us know.
No, I don't. I can't remember.
God, I love her.
okay, and 3, 2, 1,
action.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was just so amazing. I'm glad I managed to find that one. Sorry, didn't want to put that on. I was just trying to move this off screen. There we go.
Wow. Gosh, she's
she's
stunning. So yeah, I can't think of what that might be.
I definitely don't think that was in there because I feel like they're definitely trying to keep at least the genders the same. And I don't feel like none of the women used a crossbow.
I could see that being a scene that maybe got cut, where like Avienda ended up with a Shanshan crossbow and like used it, and then went bananas on a bunch of people coming and attacking her.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Definitely. For sure.
It's very possible.
Yeah, Glenn. Yes, absolutely. I definitely want to practice that. She's so good.
Cool. Yeah, we went over and she signed stuff for us. You know, and took pictures of all of us. I would, you know, people had pictures taken of their own phones and stuff. I was taking pictures of everybody. I'm pretty sure it was me and Kathy that walked over, and then Critter was the one that asked permission. Lauren obviously was. This is me. I don't know if you can actually see, but like right here. 1 second, let me zoom in. Like, can you see? I carried a microphone the entire time.
What?
I recorded everything from the entire trip around Amazon Studios for the whole like 3 hours we took us around. My phone was recording the entire time. I have not had a chance to go through it properly because there's so much.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
like you mean you haven't like just like gone back and listened to it for 3 hours just like for funsies? How? How have you not? How?
I haven't had the spoons because I can't actually believe it's real, to be honest. I did talk to her and I did mention the show. I literally was like, my co-stars would literally kill me if I didn't ask you some questions. So what
did you ask her?
I asked her about filming Blood Snow, like how long it took and the process for it. And yeah, she gave me some answers. I will transcribe that properly and put it into a video. But yeah, it was just incredible to meet her. She was so cool. And this is other people taking pictures of me as well, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's so awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the stunt stuff was absolutely incredible. It was so cool to see just the whole space. Let me see what other pictures there were. Sarah was with us as well. Names obviously, I didn't catch him in the pictures, but he joined in. He's in the pictures as well. And then 1 second, like he is so tall. Yeah, Sarah's there with us running around. That was actually, yeah, like the stunt crew were just gearing up to wear things left, right, and center and do things. It was so much fun. There was props everywhere, just armor and stuff. Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Did you touch anything?
We were told we weren't allowed to, so we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, this is. I mean, these might be better pictures, videos, and things, but yeah, they were like. You can see there's a lot of things for us. It was just so cool. There'll be a lot of things coming out. I don't even look like a geek in those pictures.
You look really cool with your like leather jacket and stuff. Yeah, like you look like you fit in.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was. I was trying to look cool. Kev, I did not. So I thought about questions I would ask if I met directors, if I met producers, set designers, costume people, things like that. And a lot of the questions, other people thought of similar questions. So some of the times I only asked one question when we met someone because, Nablis or Critter or Lauren had asked the question I thought about asking myself. So, there was the 5 of us there. We're all big fans. We were all asking a lot of questions. Yeah. I never once thought about meeting Magda. And if I had, I absolutely would have been like, I need to ask Fear the Spear questions. So I have told for that, sadly. I do apologize about that.
We're just going to have to get her on the show and Fear the Spear her properly.
But as Zool has pointed out, I did wear my Stabby Stab shirt. I deliberately took my Stabby Stab shirt. I was like, I'm going to take it. I know they're going to take us around the studios.
Because it's kind of mostly for you.
Kind of, yeah. I just like, do you like, here's my shirt. There is one other picture that I want to share, which is absolutely hilarious. That happened at the end of the studio tour. It was just so funny. Here, so they had this big. At the end of it, there was a big tent. I suppose people were hanging around and waiting for stuff. Outside of it, there was a big wooden sign that you'd seen for anyone who's seen the Two Rivers set pictures. The big board with Amazon like logo.
Yeah, that's so cool. That sign is really pretty.
Yeah, that was back in the studio the next day. So we were like, we should take pictures of it again. So because none of us really stood there and took pictures at the set because we were like looking at the set, you know, meeting the people they had there pretending to be villagers and things like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fun side note, I will find the clip. The guy who was like led us in to the Two Rivers and was just like the village council say you can come in and blah 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 blah. Do you remember the innkeeper that Min talks to when she's like, people are meant to come and get me and Matt? Yeah, when she was running off of Matt, yeah. And she's like, oh, when people get here, like, you send them up, they know which room and things like that. It's in episode 4.
Oh, yeah. Like the bartender guy.
The bartender, yeah.
So she's saying, like, Ishi's going to come up.
Yeah. He was the one who led us into the village.
Oh, cool.
Well, none of us knew that because we'd only seen 3 episodes. But
okay.
From Dragon
we probably wouldn't have put it together because it's just like such a small.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw her under the bus right now, and I don't care, Kathy. She'd seen 4, so she knew who that was when we went to the Two Rivers, and she didn't tell any of us. And I was just like, afterwards, when I watched episode 4, when we got back, like when it came out, I was like, Kathy, the bartender. And she's like, I know. I was like, yeah. Here's the funniest thing that happened.
What are you going to show us?
Oh my God, just show
it to us.
We're going to finish up on this, folks. So I was carrying out a camera bag for the big camera, okay, that my friend had lent me for the trip. And we were like, I was handing it to trusted people, a couple of people that were taking pictures for when I wanted to be in them. And we were like, we should take a picture in front of this because the 5 of us didn't do it. I think 1 or 2 of us did it, but the 5 of us didn't do it the night before. So like, we'll take a picture in front of it. And we're like, absolutely. I walk up and they're like, no, you should stand like either side so we can see the full logo and stuff like that. And so I just like, oh, okay. So I turned slightly to move and then I did this.
Oh my God!
I broke the sign.
Oh my God! Nameless's face!
Nameless is the best. Nameless is so good. Nameless is so good. Right there. It's just like, what up?
Can't take you anywhere.
It's me, Trina and Kathy, all just like, what the fuck? Lauren's like, oh, I need to fix this. And over there like, dudes.
It's not with me.
Oh my
God.
Such a great moment.
Was it fixable? I hope.
Yes. So it was just like standard issue bolts, and they'd like it was a case of it just sort of slotted back in like a peg type
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like
Who took that picture?
One of the Amazon social team, I think Carly was doing it. Carly, I think was taking the picture at that time. But I know like there was a few people there, like a guy called Dan. He was a great guy. Dan was wonderful to hang out with all week. I know he took a lot of pictures. And in fact, I'm looking through his photos now because he shared them with us all. Because I'm like, I know he took pictures when none of us were paying attention. Yeah, and he absolutely. Here we go. He took a video of it. I didn't realize he did a video.
Oh no.
Oh, it's like super. It's super fast. It's like a 1-second video. But yeah, it's just so good. Yeah, he took a lot of pictures for us, but we did eventually get it sorted, and then the 5 of us posed in front of it. You see, this is like.
Oh, look!
And then Critter happens to look in the wrong direction in that one, but. You know, is like a 2-second video of it. I think it was Wheel of Time or something. So yeah,
so cute.
But yeah, it was just put on with like a peg situation in the holes. So like
yeah, I get it.
It wasn't like it was bolted on or anything like that.
That's so cool. I hope they keep that and use it when they can actually have a red carpet.
I'll go up. I'll be like,
and you'll be like, don't let me near that.
Is that the one I broke? Yeah. the one. That's the one I broke, right? Yeah, folks, the whole trip was just incredible. Like there were a lot of really, really, really fun things I want to share. There was like a different version of that sign when we were at the Two Rivers set that we all got pictures taken in front of. So
that's the one I was thinking of. Okay, yeah. I really like that one too.
And then like everyone was taking pictures there. I think we got names to do stupid like posy ones. So we got everyone like, we were like, Kathy, like do this. And then like names who were like, point fingers at it. And then he did like, what's this? And we had a lot of fun with it.
That's funny. That background kind of looks like a corset. I don't know why.
It does.
Yeah.
I got a little distracted by the background.
And then, as shown last night, we did go and find some Trollocs. They were out front of the Two Rivers, out the front of the wine spring. A couple of dead Trollocs.
Wait, they're just like mannequin things?
Yeah, they're just like mannequins. So this is where the leaked Trolloc nipple picture came out.
Okay.
It was Nablis's finger that he sent to Kev. And then of course this is Centrolic that he was touching, and I'm like, I need to one up this. So Critter posed, and I was like, no, I'm gonna fucking spoon the down.
I thought you were, because I thought it was a person in a costume, and that they agreed to cuddle with you.
No, they did not. Yeah, so folks, there's a huge amount of things that were just so much fun that I'm, I look forward to sharing out with you. Just so many different pictures, videos, clips. Like we all collectively shared everything we had, so you'll see a lot of things. And where's we went to the Two Rivers set. That's an outdoor stage. Genuine shot. This is not like mannequins. There are people dressed in Seanchan armor everywhere. So.
That's so cool.
So creepy.
So being in person with them, did that kind of freak you out?
A little bit, because they were very intimidating. They didn't talk to us. Like they wouldn't respond. So.
Like the soldiers didn't?
No.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So
they look really terrifying.
Because I know it's all the crazy things. This is one of the stupidest stories, but I feel like it's equivalent. So my sister got a velociraptor, like a guy in a velociraptor suit from one of my nephews. And knowing that there's a person in there, but he was like reacting, and it's just like, I know this is fake, but it's like really freaking me out, and I'm really excited about it. It's like being comparative to like, there's these Seanchan soldiers, and I know they're just actors dressed up in costumes. It's still like, oh my god.
Yeah, we got time to hang around in the set after we'd asked a lot of questions. We were wandering around. I got to talk with one of the set designers who joined for season 2, chatting to him about various things. Previously, when we were like the 2 set designers and Sana and someone else was there, we were asking questions as a group. I got to talk about the ways, but I asked him about a lot of the other sets built for season 2 and stuff, because obviously he didn't work on season 1. But when our time came to an end in the Tarvalon set, the Seanchan soldiers from the entranceway just started. They were like all the sidewalkways and stuff. They just started to walk forward.
They let them marble on. That is like very premature.
No. Do you know what? Here's the fun thing. So as we left that day, the people from the social team, they were like, just in general, they said, so we need some damage control done by you guys. And obviously that sounds ominous initially, especially during strikes and stuff. And they were like, no, people, not yourselves, but like the other people, the Instagrammers, TikTokers, but they're going to post pictures from today, videos and clips. People on Twitter are going to see Seanchan soldiers inside the Tarvalon set. Twitter we get a little fixated on things sometimes. And they were like, can you, when this happens, can you just reassure people it was just done for today? Can you do some damage control? And everyone's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, I mean, I might give it half an hour first.
I don't think I ever saw damage control about that.
Yeah.
Carly looked at me and she just went, is he being serious? And I was like, I mean, it's funny.
damn
Twitter.
serious.
Yeah, it's
I want
funny
people to
Twitter.
forget a little bit. Well, that just like causes like conversation and controversy. It's like it's drumming up support.
Yeah. But and funny, that did come out. People did see some of those posts, but I think they were like more of their attention was on anything that came out from the Two River set as opposed to anything from the Tarvalon set. So a lot of it it kind of flew straight under the radar. And I remember like a week later we just mentioned it like in a group chat or something. Do you remember how they said last week, or whatever it was, that we should worry about the Shanshan soldiers? And they were like, that didn't happen. Kind of bummed. Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, they just started walking from one end. And as they got to the alleyways, the side bits, because there was a couple of side parts as well.
They were legit marching.
They just herded you.
Yeah, they just started herding up, and then like they just kept stepping, and we had to walk out to the gates at the other end. And there was something that happened with Kathy involving that process. That is Kathy's surprise to share that I'm not going to share yet, but I do have photos of, which I need to make sure she gets.
Say something that in whatever comment she made, I was like, "Oh, Empress Ebony is going to be really jealous," and Ebony popped up, like, "What's going on?"
But yeah, it was incredible. Like that set had, they got us all to stand in one spot. To like chat to Sana and I apologize, I forget the set designers' names right now. They both had the same name, which was hilarious. But they got us all together to like start chatting, and then suddenly outside of like the square block of where we were stood, it rained everywhere else in the set just out of nowhere because they had rain machines and they turned it on just randomly for us. And they were like,
"That's
can anyone
so cool.
Is anyone here able to channel?" And Critter's like, Gwen, sort of thing. And so I think I found someone, Sana or someone was just like, "Ooh, channel some rain" or something. Woof, it just came out of nowhere. It was amazing. And then they turned it off. So
that is so cool.
That's awesome.
It was the whole process. Again, I'm going to go into detail with these things. I wanted to share the stunt and the Magda stuff today specifically because it's Threefold Talk. Yeah,
thank you for sharing. That's wow.
The whole experience was amazing. I very much appreciate they gave us swag and stuff. So this went out in the boxes that they gave out on Twitter to some people. So this is like a leather bound little book, and it's got different colors pages in there. So I'm gonna say this is like an autograph book, and then we got like a hat and chocolates and silly things like that. But the experience was amazing. The hotel was great. Sarah managed to hang out with us a couple times. The social team were really friendly, and yeah, everyone we met from the crew and directors and producers, people who are allowed to be there and talk to us, it was just incredible. So I'm not going to be the first out, obviously. Critter's dropping stuff this week. Neighbors already has his video out, but I will be dropping bits and pieces of my time. I filmed like a travel blog style video every night. So today was day one and we did this. So you have my very raw thoughts of me sat in the hotel room that I will be sharing out. So
that's awesome. I'm so glad you got to go do that. Thank you for sharing it with us.
I've been wanting to share it for months. So I'm glad that I can share it now. But yeah, it was insane. So yes, you're right. No honey cakes. They didn't want to. I did ask them. I was like, no honey cakes, and they said we didn't want to, give you a poor imitation of your own honey cakes, Rob. So I was like, fair.
Oh man.
Sorry, Leigh-A?
They seriously said we don't want to give a poor imitation of your honey.
No, they didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay.
How hard has it been to hold that in for months? Koala, if I didn't have a few people that I could trust to tell things to, and the others that I could that were there that I could just talk to stuff about in general, I think it would have been a lot harder. So for those that I've shared small things with, and it has only been small things, I've not there's no one out there that knows everything, except for those that were already there, obviously. I do appreciate the bits I've been able to share. I did tease my co-stars with a video of Magda fighting for 3-4 days. I put it in the group chat. I was like, hey, look what we saw today, the stunt fight. And they were like, this is amazing, blah, blah. I was like, there's something special about it. And they were like, what? And I was like, just keep looking at it.
I finally realized it after 2 days.
Yeah, it took 2 days. I was like, look at the stunt people. And then I was like,
I think he was kind of disappointed in us that we didn't pick up on it immediately.
I was like, I'm the Wetlander, and I saw her like 2 minutes after. Like, I was the first person to see her in the room. Like, as soon as we looked at stuff, people were like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like giving you a video, but yeah. But it's fine. And I then did share the photo of the selfie.
We just play IEL on YouTube.
No, they're amazing. So yeah, so I'll be sharing more of those, folks. I hope to work on those over the next. Start getting some small bits out here and there over the next week or so. But yeah, I wanted to work on the MalkieriCon announcement first, so let's round it off with that. I asked you earlier, it's been running all show, 40 of you voted. 12% say they're coming. Sadly, 30% of you say no. 15% of you are going to come digitally, and 43% of you are saying maybe, which I totally understand. It's a long way to travel. So thank you for all of that. And folks, do remember that you can go get the Snacc Waters of Time calendar 2024. There's a whole bunch of us that have recreated these poses. Some of these poses you see in here, we're selling them off charity. Go to malkiertalks.com/whataholiday and you can purchase your calendar. It will be sent out in early December, so you can have them all. This is all sort of like a pre-ordering stage, so we get them in one big bulk and all of them from there. Yeah, and I think that's it. I didn't miss anything. Do we want to play Donal singing?
Oh my god, could we just make that the outro?
Could we just make that the outro? Mel, would you survive? Mel's thinking about it. She's like,
somebody text Real Life Math Coffin that like he needs to prepare for some incoming.
I don't know if I can handle seeing it again, but give it to me.
Give it to you? All right. I need to go and find it again because I closed the window because I had so many windows open. Oh, look at this, Brian. Brian has just done a tweet. Perfect timing, Brian. Not about this, but about the calendar. So yeah, here you go, folks. Yeah, you can go. And you want to see? This is what we did, folks. Yeah, so we took a picture and then we recreate it, and it's in there. And you just hop over to malkiertalks.com/whataholiday, and you can order your copy of the calendar there. We're going to reveal the other 10 because obviously Brian and ours has been revealed. The other 10 for every £1,000 that we raise in a couple weeks' time on that. So do come and join us if you're able to. But now I need to go and find, because I didn't know where it was. Here it is. All right. Mel, are you ready? No. Okay, well.
I'm never ready, but
because,
I still want it.
Here we go. Folks, thank you for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please keep an eye out for What a Holiday, the calendars. Please come join us at MalkieriCon, where you can meet Guy Roberts. Yeah, let's just have fun watching Donal doing what Donal does best. Do you want to stay on screen or just squee off screen?
I'm already squeeing.
You're already squeeing. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I'll take you to Bistro. You have to take a long way down through the underground, under cover of night, laying low, staying out of sight. Ain't no compass, brother. Ain't no map, just a evil back and a railroad track. Keep on walking and don't look back till you get to the bottom lands.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to. I'm coming to.
River sticks is far and high. Cigarettes and waves. Water, iron, and concrete. Hot dogs howling round the gate. Those dogs will lay down and be dead. If you want the rose, if you want the bread, but all you got is your own two legs. Just be glad you got them.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with
think you're going? Who are you? Why are you on alone? Who are you to think that you can walk the road that no one ever walked before? You're on the line, you're on the run. Don't give your name, you don't have one. I don't look no one in the eye. That's all they're trying to suck you right. They suck your brains, they suck your brains. They're good, they're all right on your chest. They're trying to make you suck your brains. I suck your mouth with my own. I'm coming, wait for me. I hear the walls beating. Somebody on my feet, and it sounds like trouble. And I am not alone. I hear the rocks and stones echoing my song. I'm coming.
Amazing. All right. Good night, folks.